Let's see the first question of Codeforces Global Round 21, and the question name is NIT ORS. So, kind of, they want us to pick an integer. So, we are given n and z as input, and there are obviously test cases. So, I forgot to write y t minus minus, and please don't forget to input t like me, right? And now in each test case consists of n and z, where n is up till 2000, that is to note something cool can be done. I don't know. So we basically OR the number with z. So we're gonna try and do that. So we basically maxi is equals to max of ai maxi comma ai zor, sorry, or uh, z. Let's say let's see the first sample. So in the first sample, ai becomes I equal to 1, they have chosen. 3 becomes, or becomes 3. And fuck, that works. I think that works. I cannot register. It should be registered. Okay, how do I register? Come on. Give me a chance. I'll register. I'll register any day. Okay. A long queue, long queue. I love long queues. Imagine if it is a wrong answer. For a collection of integers s, define C. To give you some context, that because why that works is because z would be changed by and of some number with z, so z cannot increase, right? So z cannot increase. So why z cannot increase? Because and always results in a number less than or equal to both the numbers, right? So for that reason z would not increase, and that's how this kind of idea came up to me, that since z cannot increase, the maximum value we can achieve is z or something of that array, or something of that array. So we just OR it with each and every number and see if the OR is like uh, yeah, just get the maximum OR that we can achieve. So that was the problem A. I forgot to register and I forgot to start it on time. So I thought I maybe would skip this one, but I just thought I got an idea about the solution, so why not just do it. So in the second question, I have not read this one. For a collection of integers s, Define max of s as the smallest non-negative integer that does not appear in it. I've seen this thing, max. NIT, the clever, decides to destroy the universe. He's not so powerful as Thanos, so he can only destroy the universe by snapping his fingers several times. The universe can be represented as one indexed array of intent. When NIT snaps his fingers, he does the following operations. On the array, he selects positive integer L and R such that uh, okay, what is this? He selects a positive integer. He selects positive integers L and R such that uh, L and R are between 1 to n. Let W is equals to max of the whole array, or not the whole array, max of L to R. Then for all L to R, uh, set AI to W. You say the universe is destroyed if and only if for all index AI equals 0 volts. Find the minimum number of times NIT needs to snap his fingers to destroy the universe. That is, find the minimum number of operations NIT needs to perform to make all elements in the array equal to 0. So, uh, max of 0 can be achieved only if the array does not have a 0 in it. So that's fucked up. So if the array starts from 1 to 3, then the max would be 0, and only then can we replace it every number 2 by 0. I don't know how will I do this. So let's take the input n, a of n as the input, a of n for n by 0 I discussed. All the random state. Now that I've taken the input, let's read the sample test cases. So in the first test case, we do 0 operations and all elements are already equal to 0. Okay, that is one thing. That can be a corner case or like edge case. Um, Second test case, one optimal way is doing the operation L equals to 2, R is equals to 5. L is equals to 0, 1, 2. Is it indexed from 1 index? So 1, 2, 3. So 2 should be 1 and 5, and that actually turns the whole array to 0. Amazing. In the third test case, one optimal way is doing the operation twice, respectively the L equal to 4, this. Uh, so basically, we'll have to uh, remove 0, and that is the we can actually I don't know. Is it as simple as I think it is, or it's not? So this might not be as simple as I think it is. Huh. So we're gonna ignore 0 right away. What comes to my mind? So to ignore the zeros, what we can do is whenever we encounter a 0, we can split the array here. But if on the left hand side there is nothing, so I have to make sure that I get an element that is non-zero. Non-zero is equals to false at the start. So we don't have any non-zero. So if a of I is not equals to 0, then we turn non-zero to true. And if we find 0, then we can say that we will have to snap our fingers and we just check if nz is greater than 0 or NZ is not false. So then we can snap our fingers. So basically answer plus plus. Right, and we can set NZ to false. Else, if NZ is already false, then we don't have to do anything because uh, why not? And even in the end, also we'll have to check if NG is true, then we would have to snap our fingers one more time. Because in the end, also, let's say we got non-zero characters and we were not able to. So now this might be wrong, but I'm just gonna submit it anyway. This is so scary. So let's see the problem. See. Fuck. Okay, sorry for that. What detail did I miss here? What am I missing here? Ah, I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll take you to the candy shop. Oh, fuck. So, we don't have to minimize the. Okay. So, it might be true that we could actually turn. We could actually take this entire array and uh, change that to the mix. So, and that would, and then we would take the mix of that. So, if the mix of the entire array is not zero, then we could actually just do it in two, maximum of two times. Because if it's non-zero, then we could take another time the whole array and it would be two. So, shit. So I just fucked up. So the answer is either one or two, and there we go. So we can always do take the whole array, I suppose, because if we even look at this one or this one, the mix would come out to be one in this case and two in this case, and then we would take another time the same array and we would get the same result. So that was pretty uh, like cheeky test cases or sample test cases to confuse us, and they was actually successful in doing that. So kudos to that. Fishing price. Why is this question so long? I hate that the question is so long. Okay, fishing prince is playing with an array. um, a1 to an, he also has a magic number m. You can do the following two operations on it. Select 1 to n such that ai is divisible by m. Hmm. Fishing Prince is playing with an array a1 to an. Uh, Select an index such that ai is divisible by m. That is, there exists an integer t such that m into t is equals to a of I. Replace a of I with m copies of ai by m. The order of the other elements does not change. For example, if m is equals to 2 and a is equals to 2, 3 and I is equals to 1, a changes to 1, 1, 3. So that's cool. Uh, uh, okay. Select select an index between n minus n plus 1. What is m here? Okay. Two operations. He has to perform two operations such that ai is equals to ai plus 1 is equals to ai plus m minus 1. Replace these m elements with a single m into ai. The order of the elements does not change. For example, m is equals to 2. Oh, it's basically the reverse of the first operation, I guess. I guess. So basically, adding these numbers would result in this number, right? Adding or no adding, right? Adding. So why is this n minus n plus 1? Oh, okay. So you only have to select m elements. So it cannot be other than m elements. Okay. Note that the array length might change during the process. The value of n above is defined as the current length of the array. Might differ from n in the input. What? Okay. Fishing Prince has another array B. Please determine if we can turn A into B using any number of operations. A into B. Okay. That is fucking awesome. Uh, Pretty much done from this point because I don't see a way I can do or solve that. This one is pretty hard, I think. Oh, we just have to print out yes or no. That is cool. That is fun, but still a little difficult, I would say. So, if I don't know if this is correct or not, obviously, this is incorrect because we could actually go from somewhere to somewhere. So, what I was thinking was if the length of the array that we want of B basically is lesser than length of A, then we might want to, you know what, do the first operation and like make like no, do the second operation and join two or more, basically add two digits from A so that length of B becomes equal to A and actually becomes A becomes actually equal to B somehow, right? But what we could actually go was to do the first operation first. Like we could actually increase elements in A and then decrease it. One thing to note is we can always do like this operation, I think. Oh, okay. So we just have to find a number that is divisible by m. So what numbers are divisible by m? So 2 in this case. Um, What is m in this case? Okay, so this is b's length, and of course, okay, so n and m, okay, and m is up to 10 to the power 9. So here also m is 2. Here is m is 3. So every number is divisible. Here m is 3 and m is 3 again. So not a lot of good test cases they have provided, but anyway. um, So you either basically look at numbers that are divisible by m, or what? Or basically m numbers that m numbers is that are same m numbers, m same numbers. So what we can do, maybe we can make a count array or map, like map int comma int, and we can store the count of each number in it. We can do something like that, maybe, I don't know. So we have two options, and I don't even know which option to go towards. Okay, if we try to condense it, first try to condense it, and then we can maybe look at other things. Okay, in the first test case, we can do the second operation with I equals to 2, and we condense the array, basically reduce the length. Um, we can do second operation. Okay, we got the array by doing one operation. In the second test case, that is this one, we can do second operation 4, second operation 4 again, first operation, now we get 4, 4, 4, second operation. Why did he do first operation and then second operation? He could have just done a second operation on these and these, right? These and these. This is basically confusing us, right? The good thing is we just have to print yes or no. The bad thing is we still don't know. Hmm. It's crazy to note, like it's good to note that, let's say an element is present in A and the same element is present in B, so we don't have to touch that one for sure, right? Like one is present in both the. Hmm. Take it to the carry shop. Take it to the. So M is 3. So these three would combine to form 9. Oh bullshit. We just fucked up. Uh, so I don't think this is yes. Yeah, this is an. Uh, in this case, we have a lot of things. Hmm. So I am thinking of basically doing choosing one operation that I can do and just doing it on both the arrays, right? So if doing that operation repeatedly would result in having the same length and the same array, then I can probably say that we can do it. So this is the approach I'm going to be following now, and let's just code it now. I don't know if the approach is perfectly correct, but that's what I just came up with. But I cannot ensure anything. No one can ensure anything. But let's see how many people have solved this actually. Only 1,682 people have solved this. So I don't think I'll be able to solve it, but let's just try. Uh, so the operation I'm thinking of doing is basically condensing operation, right? So int m, I'll input m again, and then so we have taken the input successfully, I think. In m everything right. Now I'm gonna take this map, insert it here, or I should have just done it here. And this is for a. So I'm just gonna say count of a of I should be plus plus, and I'm gonna similarly do this thing for b. So if I was doing it here, I'll just do it. Wait, what the fuck just happened? Fuck! What the fuck? Shit. Bye bye. Why is my internet lagging?